So close! What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. As the title suggests, it's time for another venture into the Mystery Knife Giveaway live event. We have 12 knives left, and as promised, I have removed multiple budget knives from that group, and I have included 3 new premium knives because you guys drew them all last week. Congratulations to the lucky winners from last week. Holy moly. Both winners got an absolute pile of premium knives. I was more than happy to give them away. But as I stated, I have no shortage. Well, I actually have a limit to premium knives, but I have many premium knives that I can give away. So I have included some more of them to make it more interesting. What did I include? What could I have included? You'll have to find out. You will enjoy them. I can promise you that. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. We do have fun things on the table tonight. Oops, these are upside down. And literally, it's been like that the whole time. Never even noticed. All right. God, my favorite time. I love live streams. Look forward to this all week. So much enjoyment to be had. I was talking with Mark Begg on the phone, and we were talking about how good it feels to give a knife to somebody. And I bring this up sometimes in live streams, and I'd like to bring it up again. Experience the joy of giving a knife as a gift. If you have a knife that you have loved, and maybe it sits in the drawer, give it to somebody who you think might appreciate it. Whether they're a knife person or not, I'm telling you, some of the greatest happiness. I mean, I have many great happiness. Like, let me say this: I'm a very fortunate person, and I recognize that. But I have many things that I love and enjoy in this life. But something that's very unique, like a unique type of happiness, and I mean this sincerely, it's giving a knife to somebody. There's something special about giving a pocket knife, and this is what I was talking with Mark Begg about. It's a really unique feeling, and you can see it. You know, God dang, this music is way too loud. Holy moly! Hold on. God dang, this music is way too loud. Whoops! Turn it up. There we go. Way too loud. There we go. Okay. Let me knock this back down. There we go. Couldn't see the chat. All right. McCarter, Woodlands, and Farm. Welcome to Knights Around Knights Razor Sword. Scary profile picture. Holy moly. Very intimidating profile picture, but the name suggests he's a kind fellow. Welcome to Knights Around Knights Razor Swords from McCarter, Woodlands, and Farm. Conrad Ruiz, sorry. Thanks for the donation. It's my bedtime. Well, you ain't going to bed! My friends all have knives beyond their taste. I know what you mean there. Stonewatch DLC XM18. Otto said, buy me, daddy. I know! Lucifer, I'm telling you, like, I really do plan to buy that from you. And I'll tell you why. And you're going to cringe because actually, I already told you. The money went towards a watch. And I bought it because I noticed that recently they had released a special edition of this watch. And I looked, at previous listings, and I was like, man, this watch is like disappearing. There were like 10 listings on eBay total. And I'd wanted it for a long time. I remember the first time I saw it, and I was like, man, that is such a perfect watch, but it's so expensive. This was back when I wasn't comfortable spending more than like, $200-400 on a watch. And I was like, nah, maybe I'll come back to it. And then Levon had bought himself, Levon from the Knife Nuts podcast, which you guys should absolutely be subscribed to. That's such a fun. If you're not on their Patreon, like, subscribe to the Knife Nuts pod. In fact, I can link it. I have it. If you didn't know, it's actually permanently linked in my description. If you keep going down, hold on. I'll finish the story. Give me a sec. Where the heck is it? Well, I don't have it in the live stream template. Anyways, Knife Nuts podcast on YouTube. It's worth subscribing to. Criminally undersubscribed to. A wonderful podcast. Thank you very much, Shay, for the 5 memberships. I appreciate that. Congrats to the people who won. So Levon, along with Nick Shabazz, they offer supreme guidance to me when I am shopping for watches. And Levon had picked up a red special edition version, and I was like, man, that's one of my dream watches. And so I started shopping, and I found one for what I consider to be a reasonable price. The watch that I picked up is, I'm going to go ahead and call this a legendary watch in my tier, in my neck of the woods, is the Seiko Marine Master 300. I have a 200, and it's one of my favorite watches, and I used to wear it all the time. And I still love that watch, and I still wear it periodically. It's got a lot of love. Not so much lately, but I did find a Marine Master 300 for $2,200. So I picked that up, and that is why, Lucifer, I cannot buy the XM18. Now, to my patrons wondering, why are you spending so much money on watches? Don't worry. The Patreon budget went to knives. In fact, my ultimate, one of the craziest purchases that I've ever made was actually a couple of months Patreon budget and knife sale budget all wrapped up into one absolutely insane purchase from Dalibor Bergen. You can rest assured that it is his own special blend of zirconium Timascus, and it is mirror polished beyond belief, and it is an integral. It's absolutely insane, and it'll be done sometime in July. But that's where the majority of my funds have been going here lately, because I wanted to do something spectacular and buy something really, truly legendary. Who's Germ? Germ is here? I don't know who that is, but thank you for joining, Germ. How long does my watch hold an edge? So far, the edge retention of the Tudor has been infinite. I haven't cut anything with it yet, but the Tudor has held up. Really great lume. I'll do lume in the light here, actually. Whoops, can't do it with red light. Hey. What's going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4. The lume on the Tudor is awesome. This is the best lume of any watch that I've ever had. In fact, let me give you the full effect. I really want to show this to you guys. The laptop light will still be on. Woo, baby. Holy moly. Isn't that nice? Look at that. That is beautiful. God dang. Come on now. I don't say stuff like that normally. Don't judge me. That's the best looking lineup you've ever seen? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I would say if you're a regular participant in my live streams, rate this lineup on a scale of 1 to 10 versus lineups I've had in the past. I've only got 2 really crazy special babies out here tonight. I feel like this is maybe a 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. I appreciate that though. It's a 6. Bill said 6. I agree. You guys are so hard to impress. You're so hard to impress. I gotta have my craziest stuff out here to impress you anymore. It's a solid 6. These 2 boys carrying everything right here. You like that Herman? That's my favorite Herman. It's my favorite Herman. Herman Slim with the peacock. Show side, it's a little more purpley blue on the other. Everything Timascus. Timascus everywhere. Timascus for days. polished Alema Demex. In my opinion, one of the most beautiful Alema Demex blades that they've ever done. This is one of the earliest of this exact run, like where they do like a super special. It's got a super low number on it, and it has, in my opinion, the best detent of all of my Hermans. This is such an absolutely wonderful, and the action is so perfect. I think the Slim, I love my Dragonfly, but I think the Slim is my favorite model. It's so good. God, this is such a beautiful, like, it's the most Shirogorov-y Herman. It's just a little slimmer. Beautiful. Look at that. You can see the pattern on the spine. Those dividing lines. Folded beautifully. The ESJ. Welcome to Nights Around Nights. Raise your swords for the ESJ. Oh, hey, I have a link for you guys. Because I noticed when I started my live stream, this dropped. So not everybody's going to be interested, and that's perfectly fine, but I know some people will be. So I'm gonna put this in. The Tactile Chupacabra just dropped on DLT, which is it's pinned. That is Tactile and Snex collabing the super lock on a tactile knife, pocket knife. So if you click on that link right there at the top, it's an affiliate link. Tactile Chupacabra, black anodized aluminum and satin magna cut with the super lock, and made in the USA for 250 bucks. Wow, that's spectacular. I'm so excited about this. I don't even have it yet, but my God, what an epic collab. That's on DLT right now. I don't know how many they have, but that seemed like an incredible purchase to me. I love the super lock from Snex. It is wonderful. It's ambidextrous. It's on the spine. It's spring loaded. All of that. Super strong. USA, 250 bucks. Yep. That's a big yes from me. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. Almost 8 inches. It's a really great size too. Sheep's foot and aluminum. Man, like, that just seems like a winning combination to me. So, linked at the top there. I try to really highlight things that I think you guys would like and that I think are really, really cool. And I looked at that and I realized, man, like, that's such a winning combo. I gotta let people know while it's just hanging out there at DLT. They did send me one for free, I'm gonna be honest. But before I showcase it on my channel, before I showcase it on my community tab, before they're gone, I'm gonna let a few people have a shot at it here in the live stream if you're looking for your next knife, right? Maybe you've had a few and you're like, I always end up buying a knife. Well, here's something great you won't feel bad about in the morning. Chupa comes Monday? Nice. Would you recommend the boa for a first 200-ish knife? Yeah, if you like the size, absolutely. I think the boa is great. The Artisan Cutlery boa? Yeah, it's a wonderful knife. I feel like they're hitting their Magna Cut pretty good now. Where are they at? Hold on. Does it say? 63 to 64 Magna Cut. Come on now. Come on, that's beautiful. That might be one of the... I have to handle it, but I feel like that's such a winning combination. Like, this is the type of stuff that wins Knife of the Year on my channel. I mean, imagine the Vision FG, but it's Magna Cut and aluminum, made in the USA. Holy moly, man. That's so cool. They have... I did the search link, so... You can do a tumbled blade or you can do a satin blade. They're both $250. I feel like that's a fair price. Find out more Archers and Neptunes are coming out. I feel like they know that people want the Neptune. Max Ace is very aware. Max Ace is very entwined in the knife community. They don't sit back and make things behind the curtains. That's Rick Hinder does that. He doesn't, and there's nothing wrong with this. I love Hinder knives. I'm a huge Hinder fan, so there's nothing wrong with this strategy. Rick Hinder's not super active on social media. I don't feel like he talks with people outside of like his own, you know, his own little community. But Max Ace is everywhere. Max Ace is a hive mind. Yeah, we'll talk about the T6000 here in just a bit. But for now, I wanted to highlight the Chupacabra. You finally ordered a Midgard Valona. You'll love that. You'll love that. It's so good. So good. Hello, 500 people. Thank you very much for participating in my live stream tonight and hanging out with me on our very random April Friday evening at 8:30. Sorry it was late. We had... tonight was a wild deal where we had piano, we had soccer practice, and... it was like a special school game night, like where they set up games at the elementary school, and so my wife and daughter were there. It might be that for a while we switched to Friday evenings at 8:30, and it's because of the soccer schedule. I mean, like, you guys are just gonna have to forgive me. I'm gonna take my son to soccer practice, but we might go late for a little bit until soccer season's over, then we'll go back to 6:30. I don't know. But tonight it's at 8:30. Well, I started it early, 8:20. What's your go-to hard-use abusable folder? So truthfully, it's still the Rat 2. Like, that's my knife. That's the knife I keep in my truck that I just beat on. But if I was really gonna like narrow it down to the best beater, like the best cost to durability ratio, legitimately is still, and like because it's so comfortable and it's so dependable, the Cold Steel American Lawman is so hard to beat. I mean, what is that knife now? It used to be 90 bucks. Now it's like 120. And even at 120, it's so ridiculously hard to beat. Made in Taiwan, G10, Cold Steel Triadlock. I think it's actually DLC. I don't know about that. But it's S35EN. That knife is so good. Cold Steel American Lawman is so good. How am I liking the Ghoul? Refresh my memory. Is the Ghoul out on the table? The Zerx Gen 3? No. Hold on. I gotta do this right now. Goku, thanks for the donation and thanks for that. Hold on. Fanatic Edge Zerx Gen 3. Don't make me buy a knife tonight. Oh! No! Oh! Is it integral? Hold on. Vanax? I feel like it's not an integral. Is it an integral? Hold on. Confirm that for me. Tell me it's not integral. Okay, I was going to say for that price, that'd be crazy. But you know what? For a DLC Vanax blade, holy crap. That's so cool. I might have to. I don't have the budget for this right now, but God, the Zerx is such... that's such like a phantom, like underrated knife design. Huge fan of the Zerx. So what he's referencing there is Fanatic Edge. So what you need to Google is, I don't make money off of this, so I'll just tell you. But I still want you to check it out because it's awesome. It's the Fanatic Edge is the website that's selling it, and it's the Zerx, spelled Xerx, Gen 3. And they're selling DLC Vanax. And honestly, at $350 for a contoured textured frame is not bad at all. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with that. You can get a non-DLC blade for $300, which I also think is pretty fair. And there's a whole bunch of anodizing options. Oh my God, you can get this like however you want. Cerakote frame. You can have this like completely customized by Fanatic Edge. That's awesome. I got my first Wii, the Equivic. I'm actually not familiar with that model, and you love it. That's good. I love hearing that you love what you bought. That's great. I'll be 55 on Monday and ordered a Chavez 229 kickstop as a present to myself. I think that's an excellent present to yourself. And happy early 55th birthday. Mo and Goose 5E 1969. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Titanium Justin gifted 1 membership. Thank you very much for that. Jeremy said beans. Oh, yeah. Beans are, that is a noun, and beans do exist on this planet. You can actually, if you didn't know, fun fact, you can consume beans. They're full of protein and fiber. Pretty good for you. Black beans in particular. Actually, I'm underselling it. Beans are excellent for you. You will fart more than you ever have had in your life if you change your diet and include beans every day. I mean, it's really true. Like, oh my gosh, that is the most incredible fart fuel. I remember laughing so hard when because I realized how much fiber is in them and how I mean, you need fiber while you're working out, definitely, because that helps protein bond to damage muscle tissue, but you really need it. And I remember switching to beans and I was like, oh my God, the legends are so true. It's crazy. Any bean is fine, any bean. Welcome Nights Around. I like chickpeas. Welcome Nights Around, Titanium Justin. Welcome back, actually. Knights Raise Your Swords for Titanium Justin. You guys like the spaghetti and wizard emojis that I created? That was fun. I was telling chat before the live stream that the wizard I found, pixelated, did not have a hat. I was like, oh man, he needs a hat. So I had to find it. I found a pixelated hat. And you can, my knights will show off the wizard there. That is unmistakably a wizard. Even really small. Like, that's a wizard, you know. The spaghetti, you can kind of tell. It was hard. I had to do like a realistic image. It's a plate of spaghetti. So. It was Moses before. Yeah, it did look a lot like Moses. Goku, thanks again for the donation. I might pick one up, so if you don't, I'll send it to you. Also, any estimate on when MechForce is getting unboxed? I'm impatient. Pre-recorded content, I know. Yeah, I can tell you exactly. Hold on, let me go to my schedule here. Hold on, give me a sec. April 17th is when it's scheduled, and I only have one issue with it, Goku. It's that I can't access the pivot without removing the inlay that's got adhesive on it. That's like, so the title is like, I think like the thumbnail's real clickbaity. It's like, why would they do this? And I put like the shocked emoji on it. But it is cool. I do like the knife. I just don't like that aspect of it. What cardio do I do? I'll tell you my exact cardio routine. So, I do exactly 12 minutes of cardio normally. Sometimes I do 15 minutes, but what I do is I walk at an incline of 4 on my treadmill. It's always different, the one at the gym. Incline of 4. I sprint for 1 minute, and then I walk for a minute. I do that over and over again. And every week, I increase the speed by 0.1. And that helps me, challenge. It keeps my body from getting perfectly acclimated. And whenever I take time off, I have to kind of start over. But that's a really great way to do cardio, and it's also a really good way to lose weight. Because you're teaching your body to like burn energy really quickly and then rest and then burn, and it keeps your system confused. I've been doing this since I was in my early 20s, and I can tell you after 5 or 6 times of gaining and losing weight, it works so well. Sprint walk for 10 to 15 minutes. And set the pace whatever you want, but increasing your speed by 0.1 every week is a good way to keep it guessing, which is really important to making sure that your system is always working hard. If you're not sweating, like the basic rule of weight loss is, if you go to the gym and you're not sweating, you're not really doing anything. You should be sweating, and you should be combining that with a good diet. Everybody's macros are different. Everybody's system is different, so find what works for you. But if you're not sweating, you're not doing anything. Getting on the treadmill and doing burst sprints is a good way to make yourself sweat. At the end, not at the beginning. Do your lifting first, do your cardio after. That's what I like to do. You can do it however you want. Eating beans and farting up the treadmill, that's great. Change to beans, and I promise you, no one will ever run on the treadmill beside you. I promise. Nobody. I got 3 treadmills cleared left and right of me after switching to beans. It's been really great, really liberating. You can still have a cheat meal. Give yourself one day, one meal where you just eat whatever you want. I had somebody tell me a long time ago that if you have a cheat day, it's, you know, it's not ideal, but once a week within a 3-hour period, you can essentially eat whatever you want. Your body will kind of max out on, and I don't know this, I'm not a professional anything, so understand that. But I've been doing this. Once a week for a 3-hour period. If you want to eat, you know, 2.5 pizzas, fine. But you got to stop. And that's it. You'll still lose weight as long as the rest of your week is healthy, right? And I mean lots of lean protein, vegetables, stuff like that. Fiber-enriched carbohydrates, stuff like that. But once a week, you want to allow yourself a crazy meal, go for it. Have whatever you want. I like tacos. That's what I do. What's my name? My real first name is Richard. You guys are welcome to call me Dick. If you didn't know that, I'll tell the story because it's been a long time since I've brought this up, and there are a few extra 100,000 subs now. So when I was in middle school, my friends figured out that the short version of Richard is Dick for some reason. And so that was my name. And then all of my coaches, my wrestling coach, my track coach, my football coach, they started calling me Dick. And I was like, man, I might as well just own this. So I just went by it. In fact, I got sent home in high school, sophomore year of high school. I got sent home because my best friend bought me a t-shirt from Hollister that's on the front. It said, my name is, it was super tight and douchey. I was that guy in high school. I wore like the schmediums. And I wanted to show off my arms, right? The front of it said, my name is Richard in plain text, and on the back it said, but you can call me Dick. And they sent me home for that. My biology teacher sent me to the principal's office, and he said, you can't wear that. And I was like, why? That's my name. He's like, come on. You know the implication there. You know what you're doing. I was like, listen, yes, it's funny, but also it's factually my actual name. I was not a troublemaker in high school. I was, like to think that the teachers and coaches enjoyed me. I didn't get perfect grades, but I wasn't a problem, outside of a little bit of messing around. But that I did get sent home for that. Circumcise your heart, not your foot. I'm not going to comment on that. You just live your life. Ironically, they were ironically. I think, you know who didn't have a problem with it? Was my English teacher. Which is not ironic at all. I think she may have appreciated the irony. And she didn't have a problem with it at all. I made it through the English literature. On that note, this is a very specific pet peeve of mine. I feel like the majority of North Americans confuse irony with coincidence. Irony is not coincidence, right? Like if you buy a car and like one of your best friends buys a car on the same day and you guys don't communicate and you like pull up in your driveway and you invite your friend over for like food or whatever and they show up and they bought a car. It's the same car. How ironic. That's not irony. That's not irony. That's not what irony means. Stop. Irony is a fire truck that's on fire, on its way to put out the fire. Right? Come on now. Let's define things correctly. Oh, isn't that? Yeah, it says that's a crow sings. Doesn't that bother you? So many people. Oh, how ironic. It's not. Grown, educated adults use that word incorrectly. That's not what that means. The worst offense as somebody who does not always use the English language correctly. Right? So I understand I'm a huge hypocrite. Is when people say irregardless. Irregardless is not, that's not correct. Stop saying that. Did I see the eclipse? Yeah, it was pretty lame. Oh, let's talk about that. You guys, hey, remember when I told you the world wasn't going to end and to not be worried about the eclipse? Well, here I am. It's time to call out all of the weirdos that are your friends and family who were prepping and doing all this other stuff, like laying down in their driveway, surrounded by a pentagram of russet potatoes or whatever, right? Wasn't Trump supposed to fight the devil shirtless on horseback or something? Well, anyways, none of that happened, and it's exactly what I said. So it's time to call people out on it. If you have somebody in your general social circle who is getting all weirded out by it, right? You need to say, hey, what happened there, fella? Come on now. Come on. Make them answer for it because it'll make them more resilient. The next apocalyptic claim, right? My favorite theory that I found online, somebody coping hard. Just because reality is the same after the eclipse as it was before doesn't mean that the world didn't end. All that happened is that we were transferred to a new dimension. Your consciousness was transferred to a new dimension where everything is fine. And I was like, whoa, that's such hard cut. No, you don't get that. You don't get that easy out. You don't get that get out of jail free card. No way. That's nuts. The world didn't end. It was just an eclipse. It happens. Tell my boss that Monday. You tell your boss. Oh, man, that's terrible to hear, Paul. That's awful. People are ridiculous. Have willpower. Social media is not the place to get your news. It's awful. What's the next frame? Well, I'm sorry. Let's get back to knives. Sorry. Listen, if you were worried about the eclipse, stress off your shoulders, but just the message here is don't get so worked up about stuff like that. It's fear-mongering, right? People do that. Social media will prey on that aspect, right? Some of us are, more susceptible than others, but we're all susceptible to certain types of things. So don't get so worked up about that. Dick, what is the next knife I need to look at? I have a Norseman, Rastro, Groff, Koenig, Stitch Ramlock. I really do enjoy my my browns. If you don't have a brown, I really I'm really in particular impressed with the brown Cortex XL. And it's not contoured, but I think you'll appreciate it, especially the way he did the locking system, like that nested locking system, and his overall ability to create these things is just amazing. This small Cortex is contoured, and if he does his polish, if you like smaller knives, the original Cortex that's contoured and has the crazy high finish, like the crazy high polished finish, is so beautiful. And if he ever does an XL Cortex with the same contouring and finishing, I'll be the first in line to buy it. Yeah, the eclipse was beautiful. It was just like a beautiful natural event. That's all it is. I was really shocked to see so many people were just like freaking out and crying over it and like it had never happened before. And it's just, it's a testament to how much damage social media and misinformation has done to our ability to think critically. It's just, and logically, not critically, logically. Here in Kansas, it got a little dim for a while. I went out and I was like, it's shady. And then it went away, and I was like, oh, okay. I made a big deal out of it. I was like, kids, look, this is a magnificent event. The moon is going to pass into the, it's going to cast a shadow on the earth. I was trying to explain to my kids what was happening. And they were like, yeah, wow, that's really cool. They just didn't care. Let me tell you the dumbest piece of shit that I saw on social media. And I know you guys have seen it. There were so many people posting the same thing. I never saw the moon approach the sun. I never saw the moon approach the sun. You want to know why? Because the moon doesn't produce its own light. The sun, the light that is created by the moon is literally reflected from the moon off the sun. So if the moon is in front of the sun, you don't see it because the light that the sun produces is on the back of the moon. Oh my God, I read that. I was like, no, our public school systems. Oh my God, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I thought, oh my God, it's so bad. God. There's so many people that think the moon makes its own light. We're doomed. B-Rod says we're doomed. We're doomed. God. The sun and moon are local. God. You can't get away from it. There's nothing you can do. You are not prepared. That cutscene is burned into my brain, man. That's so epic. The Black Temple era of World of Warcraft. That cinematic is so cool. It's fun. We're all talking about. I'm really. Here's the thing. You know what gives me hope? There's almost 1,000 people in here, and the logic in this particular group of 1,000 people is it gives me hope. I'm so happy to see that so many of you were not affected by this nonsense. Your parents sent you to a private e-school. Honestly, in this day and age, I think it might be a safer bet. I like to joke around with chat, but at the same time, I want you guys to know that, like, whatever you believe and whatever you feel, like, I mean, it's your life, man. Think what you want and believe what you want. Like, just try not to hurt anybody. Like, just do it. Be in your own bubble if you really have to, right? If anxiety is getting a hold of you and social media has affected you and there's no way out of it and you've educated yourself with YouTube and you're so sure and nobody can convince you, fine, just don't hurt anybody, right? If you're a big fan of tarot cards and you believe all that, fine, don't hurt anybody, right? Just don't hurt people. Just live, right? I'm not going to judge you. I might poke fun a little bit. That's fine. I got a lot of things you can make fun of me about, for sure. I have little legs. If you ever see me in person, you'll laugh really hard. What the heck is wrong with this guy's proportions? His upper body is way bigger than his lower body. Well, I'll tell you how that happened. I don't work my legs out very much. Also, my name's Dick. You can make fun of me for that. That's fine. Just don't hurt anybody. Like, just don't hurt people. Try to be nice. I got little legs. I'm not quite 6 feet tall. You can make fun of me for that. I'm the tallest short guy on earth. If you see I always make this joke. My wife's family they were so confused when they met me initially because my proportions are so off. I have a much larger upper body than my lower body, and my legs are also short. So it's very confusing. I look like a short person from a long ways away. And then when you get up close, you realize I'm not short. I just have a weird frame. So they were all convinced that I was 5'8" until I stood back to back with my wife's brother, who's also 5'11 and a half. And that's a long-running joke with my family, is that I'm the tallest short person on earth. I got a T-Rex. No, I'm not T-Rex. But T-Rex had longer. I guess I have pretty short arms. I don't know. Yeah, I do. I got a SpongeBob build for sure. Like, me and SpongeBob have a lot in common. Joe from Family Guy? It's pretty close. God, I wish I had Tri-State set up. I could pull that up. Joe in the episode where he can walk. Yeah, it's pretty close. There's a picture. There's a video of me on Instagram at Top Golf. You guys can find it. It's a reel from a ways back. But if you want to see like full frame, it's there. I promise you. I wish there was a way to like put it right in the screen so I could show you. But yeah, that's very accurate. What sports did you play? Wrestling, football, and track. I went to state in track, and I went to state my senior year in wrestling and got 5th. So not spectacular. I wasn't spectacular in football either. I was a middle and weak side linebacker. And sometimes they'd switch me over to strong side. And at some point they switched me to tackle because I did such a crap job at covering pass routes. I liked the blitz plays. I understood those. Covering pass routes was not my strong suit. But I did like blitz. And I also like kickoff. And I wore a cowboy collar. I was that kid. I was that kid in high school that wore the cowboy collar. We have not drawn. If you're here and you're like, when's he gonna draw? It's fairly soon. I haven't drawn yet. No. I went to high school in a town that had 2,500 kids. So my graduating class was like 80. I'm sorry, 2,500 kids. 2,500 was the total population. The total number of kids in the high school was like 350, so my class was like 85. Oh, there's Tri-State. What's up, man? Oh, nice. You got the same ram. Pretty gnarly. This one, yeah, this is cool. I forget what this is called. This is the one where you pull the backspacer up, and it's the tool for disassembly, and there's like one step, and you're in. It's a pretty cool knife. Honestly, pretty unique look, too. Reate is a great company. I want to give you guys my story with Reate. They have taken all of my criticism. That's that's not a word. They've taken all of my criticism in stride, and they've said, thank you for your feedback. We can't wait for you to review more knives. Whatever you think is fine. We will do our best to improve in areas where we think that it's necessary, and that's great. And that's all I ever ask is, you may not agree with everything. I have to say what I think. Some of the stuff I'm not a big fan of. What they did with the Rhino, I thought was excellent. Like I said, I don't like this standard. This initial version is kind of crappy, and they fixed it. And then they said thanks, and I thought that was pretty cool. So my opinion of Reate has gone way up over the last few months. Sunny Panther says, I love you. I love you too. I don't know you, but, you know, much like the dog in Up, I've just met you, and I love you, so thank you. Why no Spyderco's? I don't know, I just don't have any out here tonight. I own plenty of Spyderco's. Peregrine Falcon is pretty badass, I agree. The black and gold, yeah, let's talk about this. Look at this fat boy. This is a 1/4-inch slab of Damasteel. This is the Bifur, B-I-F-U-R prototype between Midgard's Messer and Fox. A 1/4-inch slab. Now, they'll have standard versions available in Magna Cut, but let me tell you something. I did not expect Fox to be able to produce something that I thought was really good, but I got to be honest with you guys, this is pretty great. Copper accents, titanium, DLC titanium frame. Look at that captive pivot. Copper. I think this is probably anodized or heat finished. right? But the accents are definitely copper. That wraparound copper backspacer there, really cool. Big 1/4 inch slab of Damasteel. Beautiful. The bevel is finished nicely. Actually, pretty sweet. Nice detent too. Yeah, the Damascus is beautiful. Magna Cut for the secondary option. This will be expensive, guys. It's going to be expensive. It's not Chinese made. You love it when I talk dirty? That's why you guys are subscribed, right? We know what this channel is. I don't need an OnlyFans. Nothing I could do on OnlyFans would ever compare to this. Everything you could ever want is right here. So the update on my knife, I've decided that I want to reveal it before I hit 500K, so you're going to get the reveal. I'm just waiting for the 3-day scent to pass through customs and get to me. That's all I'm waiting on. Show my feet. How's that? Well, that sock's inside out. Sorry about that. First time ever foot reveal. First time ever. Channel first. Screenshot it. Screenshot it. Put it on Reddit. I expect to be tagged in 1,000 pictures of my foot on Instagram. You had better do it. I want to see it. Violent sniff. Whoever said violent sniff deserves a trophy. Oh my God. Rex's RS, thanks for the 10 memberships. I appreciate that. Congrats to the people who won them. Okay, hold on. I wear a size 13, all right? Maybe you can't tell. I wear a size 13. Hold on. We need to put the... So I wanted to talk about this. You guys are familiar with the Reate T6000. I do have a special version of this. Not the most special version, but I do have the Crane's Cutlery semi-full. I know they auction like a full zirconium Timascus version of this. I have the 3V and Zircotai version that I bought for about $1,000 from a very kind fellow that was willing to sell his to me. I can't remember what serial number this is. I think it says on the inside, maybe. It's number 20. Yeah, it's number 24 of 30. I don't know if you guys can see it in there. It's number 24. So this is a cool knife and it's a cool idea, but it's huge. It's nearly 1/4 inch thick. I mean, it's massive. Now, if the idea of this Frankenstein lock intrigues you, because it is really cool, push up here, right? I'm selling you something right now. I'm about to provide an affiliate link. The idea behind this, you push these in and it's locked. The frame lock can move, but the knife can't disengage, right? Until you push up on this. This is a really cool idea. It just needed to be implemented on a smaller, more carryable model. Well, fortunately for you all, Reate made a more carryable model, and it's actually available. This is the Reate T6000, which is a smaller and less incredibly chunky, but still... Oh, wait. Oh, I never turned that into a link? Hold on. Oh, it's still up right here. Okay. So, hold on. Give me a sec here. So here's the actual link, and I'm gonna paste it. So if you guys want to go look at it, this is smaller and it's still robust. It's still heavy duty, but it's got zirconium accents on it. If you guys look at it on DLT, it's a sheep's foot blade, which I think works better. It's 8 inches roughly. It's almost 8 inches. It's 157 thousandths on the spine. Still big at 8.9 ounces. This is still a big, meaty guy, but it's a much more carryable knife. It's also got access to the hole for reverse flicking if you want to. I think this is a superior build. And yeah, it's expensive, but you get some zirconium. And if you look closely, they've heat treated the blade to 60 to 61, meaning they will not go below 60, and that is ideal. If you're going to spend $500 on a super folder, an apocalypse folder, that you can actually carry, I think that's probably one of the ways to go. For free on the internet? Yeah, of course. My feet picks will always be free on the internet. I'm going to always wear a sock. So I'm just going to let you know. Whoops. I'm on the edge. Greetings all. Happy to be here. Mom did well in surgery today, so I'm celebrating by donating 10. Thank you. That's excellent. That's excellent news. Mom did great in surgery. That's excellent. Thank you for sharing. You need a belt with that knife. I mean, it's big, but it's not nearly as big. This guy's huge. This is cool. Like, it's definitely cool, but it's way too big. This thing is enormous. And I love it, but I would never seriously carry it. It's just too big. The Reate T6000 is much easier to carry. Much easier. I mean, I haven't even handled it, and I can tell you, it's much easier to carry. See the watch? That's the Pelagos. I put the Pelagos back on. I did buy a GMT from Seiko, which I think is probably, at this point, I'd probably recommend, like, for people starting out in watches, I think the Seiko GMT is probably the best starter watch, and you can get those for $300 to $350. 10 bar, ceramic bezel. Honestly, I think the clasp is stamped, which is a bummer, but the band is good. It's got a see-through back. It's automatic. I think it's a wonderful watch, but I've switched it out again with a Tudor. I just keep going back to the Tudor, which is not... I would not recommend the Tudor as your first watch because it's like $4,500. You buy your Exceeds designs Aver. I appreciate that, but I do want to keep my Aver. I do very much love this knife. Thank you for the donation. I am going to keep this one. I think this is really cool. It's my favorite NES song of all time. Dr. Wily, Stage 1, I believe. It's either Dr. Wily Stage 1 or Dr. Wily Stage 2 from Mega Man 2 is the greatest NES song of all time. So catchy. The Geddon's coming. The Geddon's coming. Order yours on Amazon. Here. You know what? Here, let's make a link for that one, too. Why not? Hold on. Hold on, I'm about to blow your guys' minds. Oh my god. Midgard, they're getting crazy. No, is it not there yet? The Midgard Geddon's not there yet. I thought it was on Amazon. The Midgard they made an absolute monstrosity, and I was involved with that. I told them, I said, you guys need to make a crazy overbuilt folder, and they made the Arma. So I told them, I said, you need to make a crazy one called it Armageddon. And they said, well, I don't want to go with that violent of a name. We might not get good results, good search results on Amazon. And I said, well, then make two models. One, you know, like two different designs, both overbuilt. Call one the Arma and call one the Geddon. And the Geddon is huge. The Arma is gigantic, and you can still buy that right now. But the Geddon is massive. Razor Sharp, thanks for your donation. What's up, MC? Huge fan of the channel. Have you ever tried the Reate Valhalla? And what did you think? I have not. I don't know what that is. Hold on. Just look at the model here. Huh. Interesting. Kind of reminds me of the Tiger. That's an old one. Hey, it's cool looking. It looks like early Reate. Here's a video on YouTube from a while ago. Yeah. Yeah, it looks cool. It's kind of weird. Early Reate, I guess. I'm gonna put my Patreon back up. You guys have had a chance. If you haven't had a chance to check out the Reate T6000, it's at the top of chat right now, linked. Check it out. I forgot about updating my 8010 clip. Yeah, I got to do that. I forgot about that completely. I love my my 8010. That's from Original Goat, which are linked in the description. Boy, he's full of ads tonight. Yeah, I sure am. Sorry. The Original Goat scales are linked in the description of the video, but I love my 8010 with the titanium scales from Original Goat. Made in the USA. I'm not sure I want to do a second face cam for the live streams because I move around a lot and the camera is like, then I have another thing to focus on. Like, am I like centered for people to see me? I move around a lot and I feel very free when I have like just the camera on the deals here. So at some point the live stream will get updated and the sound quality of the live stream will get updated, but I'm not sure I'll ever include a face cam. Also, like, I just move around way too much. Hold on. Whoops. Oh, somebody just called me. What? All right, guys, give me a sec. I have to investigate. Ah, yeah. Okay, it's my family. Just want to make sure it's somebody I knew. Oh, the live stream's upside down. What happened? What happened to my live stream? Hold on. What on earth? Can I change the perspective? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that was weird. All right, give me a sec. There you go. Geez, sorry about that. Okay, anyways. If you're wondering why is the ceiling covered in a thin sheet, I'll tell you why. It's so those are diffuser sheets that help dim the light and create better reflectivity. Derek says, is a MagSafe Orion like the budget Reate Tiger? I don't know. I have to check out. I'd have to research that. 1 second. Thanks for your donation. So the reason that those diffuser sheets are up there is so that when the knives reflect from the ceiling, you're not seeing framework, because I'm in a storage room, essentially. A very large storage room. And it's just framework up there. So I put diffuser sheets on the ceiling so that when I turn the knives and they reflect, they don't reflect brown from the wood. They reflect white, mostly, from the diffuser sheets. Mom, Dad, no. When I say family, I mean my wife and kids. I own my house. No, I'm in the basement of my own house. Thanks for giving back and all the support, MC. I'm getting close to 1,000 subscriber mark. Keep doing what you're doing. Oh, that's awesome. Here, hold on. Oh, yeah, I think we can probably get you to 800 here. So I'm going to link his channel. He's at 772. Oh, so many. Carrying Cut has 772 subscribers and 168 videos. If you guys could do me and him a favor real quick and subscribe to his channel via the pinned comment in chat right now, that would be excellent. An operator Invictus? Yeah, I agree. This one is the Gathering 12. And it's all black except for... This is 95 of 100. It's all black except for the green G10 inlaid button, which I thought was kind of cool. Kind of unique. This is... CPM 154? Yeah. I don't think they actually printed the blade steel on this guy, but... It's an Auto Invictus, so Prometheus Design Works, PDW Invictus. Cool one for sure. What's your opinion on Olamic knives in general and the Soloist in particular? The The Soloist is wild. It's huge. The best one you can get is the Whippersnapper with the bolster lock because the action is superb. I think Olamic Cutlery is great. I really need to handle like newer versions of all their models, but they do some of the most heavily customized work for that tier of pocket knives. Like you'll see some of the wildest materials for like 800 to 1,000. They do more and less, but you'll see a lot more than just basic titanium and some magical steel. But their action has been subpar in a lot of models outside of the Whippersnapper. The Whippersnapper is great. What's the prize today? You'll have to find out. I got a bunch of mystery knives. In fact, where are we at here? What time is it? We still got a bit. What's the one with the copper accents? This is the Midgard's Messer and Fox Bifer, manufactured in Italy by Fox, with a 1/4-inch slab of Damasteel, DLC titanium and copper accents. This will release in late June, I believe is what Midgard's Messer said. The standard version of the knife will be in MagnaCut. I also have a DLC MagnaCut version of it over to the right. I didn't get it out tonight. Is it a knife? It is in fact a knife, yes. Mario 3. I just watched the population jump from 950 to 1,200. Anybody else see that? That was weird. I don't know how they're heat treating MagnaCut. That's a good question. I have no idea. But it would be nice to find out. I mean, like the Damasteel, you know, they just need to heat treat it like RWL 34, 154 CM, CPM 154 because it's all essentially the same composition. So 5961, they seem to be able to get it there. Whether or not they're getting MagnaCut to where it needs to be, I have no idea. Yeah, I say giveaway and the population jumps by like 2. No. I'm wondering if YouTube has a bot issue. I'd venture to guess about 200 people in here are not real people. Type 1 if you're a real person. That was a bad idea. Sorry, I did that. Sorry, chat. I did that. My bad. Beep boop. That guy's not real. That guy's a faker. Get him off the airplane. That guy's a robot. What was that crazy lady on the airplane? Sorry. All right, fine. You're all real. That's fine. You're all real. I believe you. I'm a real boy. One guy. I hate having to, like, you know, it's like select the images that are part of a bicycle. I'm like, man, you select the images that are part of a bicycle. Stupid thing. Robot asking me to identify myself as a human being. The irony. What is the Winterblade? The Severn. That's the XL boy. Probably the greatest creation of Winterblade Co. Because it has the back release, the thumb stud, the magnetic thumb stud. They can be magnetically removed and switched to the other side. But also the lock can be released here. Can be flung out this way. Be deployed this way. Right, with the thumb stud. You can also use the bar lock that's not using Omega Springs. This is really great. He needs to keep making these, for sure. When's the giveaway? Soon. I never reveal exactly when because I like to hold you all captive. Speaking of a captive audience and opportunities for advertising, have you ever wondered... Let me turn the volume down so you guys can hear my voice. What does a guy like Metal Complex do on Patreon? Well, I'm glad you asked, everyone, at the same time. My Patreon... Whoops. That's not right. That's his... Oh, wait. Did that guy make it to... What's he at? Yeah, he got 825. Wonderful. Good. All right. Hold on. Before I pitch this. Sorry, I'm putting my Patreon back because I want people to join my Patreon. So, replace pin message. There we go. Have you ever wondered, what does Metal Complex do on Patreon? Well, I'm happy to answer that question. On Patreon, if you'd like to support this channel for as little as $1 a month, which, by the way, will grant you access to literally everything on my Patreon. I don't have special tiers where if you pay me more money, I'll give you more stuff. I have special tiers, and you can give me more money if you want, but they're all exactly the same, so you might as well join the cheapest one. You will gain access to, number one, weekly exclusive content, where sometimes I tell secrets, things that not everybody is aware of, and I do that often. I also sell knives privately on Patreon for massive discounts. It's no secret that I get a lot of things for free, and I give lots of that stuff away, but some of it is sold on Patreon for huge discounts, sometimes 50% off. I'll use that money to turn around and buy knives for content, along with the actual donations of Patreon. That funding is all funding the channel. I promise to buy knives for content with the Patreon funds. You will also gain access to private Patreon chat. It's much easier to get a hold of me there. It's not the easiest. I mean, it's not. I mean, there's still a lot of people there, but if you want to, talk to me directly, your best chance is there on Patreon. You'll also gain access to my private Patreon Discord. That's where I post that there. Community there is about 1,200. Buy, sell, trade is active there. It's fine. It's a fun community. $1 a month, or I think it's like $10.50 a year. It's pretty cheap as I could possibly make it. So, if you like the idea of all of that, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. The biggest part of it, once a month, I do a private Patreon giveaway, and it is always a premium knife. Your odds there are better, but I do give away special things, and especially when we hit milestones, I do very special giveaways for patrons. So, if you like the idea of that, and you've got $1 a month to spare, and you want to support the channel, you can click on the link at the very top of chat right now and join. If you don't want to do that and you want to just watch my content for free, that's fine, because I'll do that and I'll still do the giveaways like I'm doing tonight for free. All right, pitch over. I feel like most of my patrons are happy, and if they're in here tonight, they can let you know. Or you can not. You don't have to say anything. You're an adult. You can do what you want. Is the face cam on newer videos considered a D-word pick? Got to be careful about demonetization. Technically, yes. Technically, yes. No, I don't need... I'm good. I don't need a bathroom break. I had a peanut butter sandwich before this live stream. Goku, what's up, man? You're being really generous tonight. Thank you. Last dono and comment but the Zerx pre-order lets you select DLC even for the Damasteel variant. Just saying. What? You can buy a Zerx in Damasteel DLC? That's wild. I would like to know what that looks like. I might message them and ask me to send a picture of one they've done, because that's pretty crazy. The Knoll Knives Ghoul, yeah. Oh, that's it. That was the ghoul somebody was asking about earlier. That's right. Where is it? Right here. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I think it's one of the lesser detailed Knoll Knives. Like, I mean, by contrast, the Voodoo, I think is much more detailed. That's probably my favorite Knoll Knives design. I do like the ghoul. I wish he had done something with an inlay or something else. What I really like is the way he did the liner lock. That's nested perfectly. That is so beautiful, and it's very similar to how Brown Knives does it. So this is nested and lipped over, so you have really great access. Really great. Awesome stuff. Who won? Nobody won yet. We haven't done it yet. We are swiftly approaching giveaway time, though. So if you just joined, if you're like, I don't want to listen to this idiot talk for an hour, I'll join later. I'll just get into the meat and potatoes of it, as I like to say. You are very close. You joined at the right time. Once that population hits about 1,400, I'll probably do the giveaway. So if you just joined, just stay right there. Thanks for doing the giveaway. Thank you for being here. I couldn't do, there'd be no reason to give the knives away if people weren't here. So thank you for being here. Overbuilt bottom left, that's the original Reate T6000. CPM 3V, compound tanto. Zircotite on this special edition from Crane's Cutlery. Only 30 of these were made, and this is number 24, according to the inside of the backspacer. Fat boy. You see my Blastoise? Look at this. If you collect Pokemon cards, you know this is a good one, right? Blastoise Full Art PSA 10. That's a good one. Look at that. Just bought that one. What's the black one that's next to the Blastoise? This, the Tactile with a huge zirconium inlay. One of the cheapest zirconium, and they also have this beautiful finish on the blade. Like, look at this. Oh, sorry, there's crap all over it. But like polished zirconium inlays. I want to say this is like sub 300. The Tactile is like, people miss that. It's really cool that they did like a polished zirconium inlay there. Really smooth, great flipper. Really nice knife, honestly. M390, I believe. Tactile. Top left. I forget what this one is. This is the weird, it's almost like quilt Damasteel. So what they did here, I'd have Dr. Frunke explain this to me. So this is a special edition Reich knife where what they did is they took multiple, they're like long tubes of patterned Damasteel. And they took all of these different patterns of Damasteels in these tubes and they pattern welded those pattern welded tubes of Damasteel into essentially a quilt of Damasteel. Now, I feel like a lot of people would view this as very ugly or kind of hard to look at, but I don't have anything else like this. It's a blade made of so many different, I mean, you can see there's a kind of a pattern of patterns, but it's really wild, and I forget the name of it. So if somebody wants to help me out there, it's not, I don't love how low profile the flipper tab is, because you really have to get it exactly right. But it does have a Timascus pocket clip and a Timascus backspacer that's lined with, I think it's just anodized titanium. It's pretty cool. It's a wild knife. Pretty expensive though. Love your video on the concept Nasco. Wow, it's my first knife that I started collecting. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for your donation there. I appreciate that. The 2.0, thanks for your donation. How did you catch the knife bug? Just curious. With the Kershaw Blur. That's what did it. I picked up a Kershaw Blur for my dad for Father's Day, and it was the nicest knife that I'd ever seen at that point. I thought my dad would really like this. And then I bought myself one immediately after. It was a black, I think 14C28N, all black and serrated. Because back then I was all about black and serrations. I thought that must be the most high-end pocket knife that exists. And I was so impressed with it. I bought one for myself. And yeah, that's where it started. Kershaw Blur. Shortly after, very shortly, it was within months, I bought my first ZT0562. And I was like, holy crap. It was like 5 months later. I bought a ZT0562 in carbon fiber, and that was it. Reich SO5 Damasteel. There you go. SO5. That's the one with the quilt Damasteel. Not all Bokers are budget, but you know, like they have a premium line. I've never really handled them. I feel like at some point they reached out to me and I messaged back and I was like, yeah, for sure. And then that was it. Like I never heard from them again. So Christopher Belton, welcome to Knights Around Knights Razor Sword for Christopher. You know what, guys? I think it's probably time to do the giveaway. There's almost 1,400 people in here, and I don't want to make people wait any longer, so I think we should probably do that. Darn it. God, that one's slippery. Jeez. All right. We're going to move things very carefully away. Still going to have some things in frame because, proper spacing and all that is important. Not with all. Some of these are personal users. Some of them have yet to be reviewed. So if you're just joining, especially if this is your first time, in a live stream, this is very important. You have to do what this card says. You can't just be here and you're entered. You have to do this. How to enter. There's a link in the description. Open the description. It's the top link. Don't worry, I'm not going to try and tell you anything. It's not a trick. The idea is to keep all the comments under one unlisted video. That way, when I draw the name, it is completely and totally unaffected by anything else other than people trying to enter for the giveaway. So, link right at the top. It says enter here. Click on that link. Listen to the video. It just goes over the explanation of how things work. Leave a comment under the video. Keep it PG. You're good to go. All right, I just realized the iPad is upstairs, so I'm going to give you guys time to do this and go get the iPad. Okay, sorry. Saying goodnight to my daughter. Okay, comment picker is still up from last time. Let me get the link real quick. We might end slightly early. I know you guys, some of you are expecting the live stream to go until 9 o'clock. We might end slightly early tonight. Give me a sec here. iPad's having a little bit of trouble here. We're going to have to restart it. Give me a sec. YouTube Studio is not loading on the live stream, so I have to reset the iPad. Give me a sec here. We'll get it going. We'll get it going. Rigged. There we go. Just slow to start up here. All right. Copy this link. There we go. Back to Comment Picker. Here we go. All right. Awesome. Comment Picker website. We're going to refresh the page. Fresh link. We got 2 winners tonight. Each winner gets to draw 2 prizes, which, by the way, we should have out on the table. So, hold on. There's only 12 left, so I'm going to put them all in a row. I mixed them up before I started this, so I have no idea what's where. But there are 3 new premium knives that are amidst these mystery pouches. So I don't know. Nobody knows. There's some budget knives. There's some mid-range knives, right? So anyways, let's redo this because I moved the iPad. We're going to refresh the page. We're going to go to the link. We're going to paste the link, let you guys look at it. We're going to scroll down. Filter duplicate users is automatically on. We're going to get YouTube comments. Give it a sec here. Probably there's 1,500 comments. It's probably 15, maybe 16, 1,700 comments. $1,646 comments. First winner tonight is, you ready? David Hoffman, 3606. Thanks for the content. Looking for David Hoffman. Orange D. Slow that comment section down. Let him make himself known. There he is. He's here. David Hoffman. David, give me 2 numbers. Sorry, 1 through 12. 1 here, 12 here. Give me 2 numbers. He is here. I just saw him. He's thinking 3 and 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's a heavy one. We got 2 pouches here. Civivi pouches, because they all look the same, not necessarily indicative of what's inside. First one, oh, he did get a titanium knife. This is a little tiny guy from Vosti. I forget the name of it. 14T28N blade, titanium frame, milled pocket clip, and milled backspacer. Chipmunk, is that what it is? Yeah, little tiny titanium knife from Vosti. There you go. First one. Second one is definitely bigger. And oh, he got a premium one. The is it the Kaiser Doberman? Yeah. This is one of the new ones I added. Contoured blackwash titanium, nested liner lock, S35VN blade, and a little bit of a flipper tab back here. There you go. A big premium knife. One of the 3 premium knives that I added. Congratulations. please email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your first and last name, very important, your shipping information, and also very important, the exact knives that you want. This really helps me out when I do shipping, which, by the way, will be no later than next Friday. Please don't worry if I don't email you back all the way up until next Friday. That's normal. That's when I do my shipping. You will receive both knives in their packaging, at least the pouch they came in. Sometimes not the boxes because they don't fit, but you will get at least the pouch they came in, right? But yeah, congratulations. So make sure you email me. All right, let's put these guys back in the pouches and draw for number 2. Here's the other one right here. Nice wins there. Nice wins. Double tie. Alrighty. Move that guy over here real quick. And let's go back here. We're going to squeeze these together. There's 10 left. Pick another winner. The second and final winner for the evening. Ryan F8102. Good luck to everyone, and thanks Metal Complex for the great content every week. You're welcome. Ryan F8102. Distinguishable profile picture there. Come on, Ryan. Yeah, there he is. I found him immediately. Ryan F. There he is right there. Immediate. All right. Ryan, 1 through 10. Give me 2 numbers, 1 through 10. Still 2 ultra premiums in there. He's thinking. Hey, Mark. 3 and 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Both about the same. Both about the same. Same weight there. First up, the yellow. God dang it. What is this? What is this called? It's it's essentially the CGRB bug out, but this is the special version they sent me with a yellow blade. I think this is the AR RPM 9 yellow coated blade. Green pivot, yellow hardware, yellow pocket clip. That's yours. Hectare, thank you. Second one. Actually a really cool knife. And again, one that I'm forgetting. Hand rubbed satin finished 14C28N to my knowledge. This is a QSP knife, and I'm again going to, yeah, it says right here, 14C28N. G10, flat ground, just like a perfect EDC blade. Very perfect. What is this one? QSP. Really nice EDC knife. It's not called the Howdy. Lark. Yeah, I believe that's it. QSP Lark. So 2 great knives. 2 really excellent, budget EDC knives that have excellent materials. Wish that this cutout was a little more accessible, but as you can see here, still easy to reverse flick. Really random yellow blade. My camera doesn't know what to do with that. Please email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your first and last name, your shipping information, and the exact 2 knives that you won. That's all you got to do. Don't worry if I don't email you back until next Friday. That's normal. Oh boy. Still 1,000 people in here. Thank you so much. God, it really does not know what to do with that yellow blade. Look at that. It's very shiny. It's very glossy. Nope. No more draws. No more draws. That's it. I'll give away some memberships here in just a bit. It's $9.50. Man, that was fun. I can't believe how quickly time flies when I do these live streams. It's absolutely insane. Oh, I'm glad you guys had fun. It always gets a little weird in here, when we do the live streams, but that's part of it. I want people to expect that. There's another Ryan Hoffman. I saw the profile pic though. Knife sales will restart probably after the 500K. And the reason for that is my time will be very much consumed with the new baby. I'm going to do my best. Like, content will continue to flow as is. There will be no breaks in content. It will still be 2 a day. Sorry, let me turn this down. Oh, God. Content will still be 2 uploads a day. But we'll do the 500K giveaway. And then, like, live streams might be a little spotty. Knife sales will return after we, the first couple of weeks of having a new baby. This will be my 3rd one. It's all attention is on that. And I will have prepared content to make sure the flow stays the same. But you'll notice a dip in things that I normally, like, you'll notice like community posts will slow down, live streams will slow down a bit, Instagram will slow down a bit. Like, the main priority is the YouTube channel, so the YouTube channel will stay the same, but everything else will slow down a bit. But after we kind of get a grip on things and after everything kind of settles, it'll pump back up. So expect that. Baby's got to come first. I'm glad you guys are enjoying. You guys have been really generous tonight, so we're definitely going to give some memberships away. I'm going to give, let's do 20. 20 free memberships incoming from me. Those will go to random people in chat. You'll know if your name after you comment suddenly has a little helmet beside the beside your name there in chat. The Wii on the bottom. The Wii GTC Solid. Definitely one of the coolest knives of 2023. Easily. Very cool. Congrats to the people who won memberships there. What do we got here? 9:54. I will hang out until 10 o'clock. I will. I'll do it. You can ask me anything right now. I'll do my best to answer, but I will completely ignore questions that I don't want to answer. You're welcome to ask me anything you want. Last 5 minutes of the stream. Pay no attention to the sound of another Gatorade being opened. Patreon giveaway, there will be one. I realize I'm a week late on that. There will be one. And I feel like we have another month until we do the 500K. So if you're a part of Patreon, which, by the way, is linked at the top. So if you don't want to miss out on that giveaway that will be coming literally next Friday, click on that link at the top of chat. Join Patreon for as little as $1 a month. If you want to join that, there's a bunch of benefits there. In my opinion, it's easily worth $1 a month. I do a lot of stuff on Patreon. But yeah, we'll do a pretty cool giveaway. And then there'll be a very, very special giveaway for 500K that is exclusive to Patreon. Of course, subscribers will get their own super epic 500K giveaway where literally multiple thousands of knives will be, multiple thousands of dollars of knives will be given away. One knife in particular is valued at about $1,700. But there'll be a private, very special Patreon giveaway for 500K coming up very soon. So if you don't want to miss out on those back-to-back-to-back giveaways, Patreon at the top of chat, link. Or you can ignore that, because the vast majority of my content is free, and it'll always be that way. I own a Tactile Maverick. Before they apparently fixed the blade play issues. I don't know. Anybody who owns a current Maverick, does it have blade play? I don't know. New job on second shift. Adios. Thank you very much for the donation. Thanks for being here. There's a company called MTC Radios. Okay. I know there's at least one other company called Metal Complex. Will the limited run MC knives come with a coleslaw of the month club? That'd be a funny inside joke. If I didn't think it was a health risk, I would just include a wad of cabbage in your shipment, but it'll molt. I don't think that's good for the blade, even though the blade is Vanax. What time is it? All right, kids, adults, everybody who's watching, it's time for me to go. My wife and daughter have to get up really early, so there's probably some stuff I got to do, and I still have to eat like real dinner, and it's almost 10 o'clock, so I got to go to bed soon. I have a big day tomorrow. My son has a soccer game, and it's just he and I for the day, so we're going to do some father-son stuff. Should be a fun day. But anyways, thank you so much to everybody who participated tonight. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. Thank you to everybody who interacts with my content in any way. If you're not subscribed, that's fine. If you like my content, consider subscribing. And to everybody, if you like my content, turn your notifications on. YouTube is real stingy about that, but the notifications help. So check to see if they're off. If they're off, turn them on. If you don't care, that's fine. Either way, I appreciate that you interact with my content. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.